somehow right. That's all time. That's all time.
Derek Jeter is top 3 shortstop.
Good morning, Frankie. And welcome into episode 143. I'm going to be burping a lot this episode. I'm drinking again. Judge me. Locks and long shots as always. Little grid. Little guess who. Oh, we didn't do guess who. Well,
I can get one.
Frankie's going to get one for us while we chat. And then PGA Championship this week. We'll talk about that. And then our discussions as well. Frankie's got three of them for us this week. They are very good ones. I'm excited to talk about them. So, while you're getting a guess who, do you want me to do my locks and long shots, or do you want to do your story first while you're getting the guess who going?
No, you can go with your locks and long shots. And
Sounds good. We can bounce back to the story after locks and long shots for both of us. We'll do that before grid. So locks this week. I'm 14-17 now. Got another W last week. ChatGPT down to 4-6. I am 6-4 versus ChatGPT, so that's a W. Damn, Justin Thomas just went in that draft. He was almost back to me. Oh, damn it. I'm doing another I think I talked about my draft on here last time for the Masters, so we're doing one again. I got Rory, so it's his year. Last week I had the Guardians money line in game 2. They won games 1 and 2. It wasn't even a sweat. Game 2 was a blowout. ChatGPT had the Mets money line at the Diamondbacks. They lost that game. That's another loss for ChatGPT. This week, very interesting one. I'm taking the Tigers money line versus the Red Sox minus 115. The Detroit Tigers pitching chaos is back. Tyler Holton's on the bump to start the game. He's probably only going to go 1 or 2. And then it's relievers from there. They didn't really have to use too many last night, so I think that's why they're doing this. Who do we have coming up? I think we got one more game versus the Red Sox. There was a reason they were doing it. It made sense. Somebody said AJ Hinch, manager of the year, blah, 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 whatever. Wow, 2 games got postponed today. The Tigers are on national television. Cool. So we got the Red Sox tomorrow. Then we road trip versus the Blue Jays. So that's why they're just emptying the bullpen today. They'll probably chalk up tomorrow as an L. I should probably take Red Sox money line tomorrow too, but I won't. But yeah, pitching cast is back. They were so good in pitching cast games last year. Our bullpen's been fantastic this year. Who knows? It could be Tyler Holton and a starter could come out. I don't know, but it's chaos. So we're taking Tigers money line. And then I went and asked ChatGPT. I said, give me an MLB team that's going to win tonight. They proceeded to do their whole thing where they analyze every game. I'm sorry, I got zits and bumps all over me, and they're all itchy right now. I don't know what's happening. As you can see, I'm breaking out as well. Look at this. Look at my face. I look like I'm like 16, dude. I'm 26 years old here this weekend. Anyway, so I said, give me your MLB winners. Their first winner was an underdog, so I took that as their long shot this week, breaking the home run picks. But their second one was the Red Sox, so I decided to go with it because I was like, that's funny. So ChatGPT is going Red Sox money line at the Tigers. Their words exactly where the Tigers pitching has been good. However, the Red Sox lineup gives them the slight edge. So they're taking the Red Sox at minus 105, just barely a lock. So somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to lose unless this game goes to extras and then gets postponed. I don't think there's any rain in the forecast for Detroit. It's been kind of on and off sprinkling all day. I'm not sure about over there. Let me see if I can check real quick. Detroit, Michigan. There is a little bit of rain in the forecast, actually. Wow, there's actually a good amount. So I'm not so excited about my long shot pick anymore here. But home runs happen in the rain too. So going to long shots then. I did win as well last week. ChatGPT's 2-7 now. I had Schwarber Dinger Tuesday. He hit one in the second inning plus 260. I'm pretty sure that's 3 in a row for him on Dinger Tuesday. His odds are just so juiced. It's not even worth it, though, but for a long shot, it is. Their game is postponed this week, though, so can't take them this week. ChatGPT had Kyle Tucker. He had 2 deep flyouts, actually. I checked. I kind of follow their bet, their pick like I bet it. It's kind of been fun on Tuesdays to see how's ChatGPT doing. He had 2 deep flyouts. One of them was a home run in a couple ballparks. So that was an L. This week, I went torque home run plus 750. He's really due. He started so hot this season. I saw a stat today that in his last however many at bats, he's batting 175 with 5 homers. Don't love that.
This is the typical torque fall off. This happened last year or 2 years ago where he started?
So 2 years ago he started insanely hot. He was a double machine. And then he went ice cold for like a month, and it was like, oh, we should send him down. And then right when the send him down talks got loud, he picked it up again and finished the season fantastic. Last year, he was just bad all around and did get sent down. So this is his cold phase. He should be snapping out of it here soon. It's been about 2-3 weeks. So start betting his home runs.
Conversation.
Yep. Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe that'll help him tonight. Torque, he hasn't really been there. A lot of strikeouts. He's still drawing walks. That's the thing. Walks don't count for your average, but he's drawing a lot of walks. So if you watch the games, you see a guy. Also, he's been a defensive fucking masterclass at first base. But if you watch the guy, you see he's not struggling. I mean, he's batting 175, which is not hot, but he's walking a ton, which gets people on base. And the Tigers are winning, so who gives a fuck? So, yeah, Torque, he's due. That's all I got there. Seeing the weather, I don't love it anymore. Wind's probably blowing in. It's raining. But Bello's on the mound, and I'm not scared of him. He's a pussy. So, ChatGPT, I asked for a lock, and they gave me the Nationals have the edge tonight over the Braves because their pitcher is 4-0 this season, who's on the bump. So plus 180, Nationals moneyline at the Braves is ChatGPT's pick.
That's not true, by the way.
Their pitcher's not 4-0?
No, it's Michael Soroka, and he just came off the IL. He's 0-2.
It was supposed to be...
I do like him, though. It's versus Schwellenbach, who's also a very good pitcher. So
I wonder if it was supposed to be somebody, and then they got pushed. Let's see. I forget the guy's name, and I never leave ChatGPT up. Let's see who's projected tomorrow. Nope, that's
could have been
today.
Gore. I think Gore pitched yesterday.
No, it wasn't Gore. It was something Wood, maybe? Does that make sense?
James Wood, he's a hitter.
Or Parker. That's what I'm thinking. Is Mitchell it Parker? Mitchell Parker. He is 3-3, so it's not him.
They definitely don't have any pitchers that are 4-0.
I don't know
right now.
Well, who pitched yesterday? Iglesias pitched. Oh wait, that's the win. Who pitched yesterday? Let's see that. Damn it.
Here's the easy way to do it. You go to the Nationals, then you click the schedule. And
that's where I'm at.
Lopez? Who the fuck is Lopez? Jorge Lopez is 4-0. He's a reliever.
Oh, all right. So they saw that their reliever's 4-0 and thought he was on the bump. So, that's definitely what it was, too, is Lopez. He's got a 7 ERA and he's 4-0. What the hell? It's awesome. Anyways, yeah, I'm still taking it. I don't give a shit. I'm not going back to ChatGPT. They piss me off. So those are my locks and long shots.
The Nationals, by the way, are on a 6-game losing streak.
Oh, shit, they're due. Damn it. Everybody go take Nationals my line.
So before I get into my locks and long shots, I have a fun story. Fun for other people, not so fun for me.
It's pretty fun for me. It's pretty fun for me.
Yeah. So yesterday, I get a notification from a guy on Twitter that I follow that he posted a bet. Freddie Peralta under 16.5 outs. I was like, all right, I like it. I'll go place it on FanDuel. DraftKings had it at 15.5, and I was like, oh, perfect. I can get 16.5 on FanDuel. Minus 132, went to put it in, placed it. Come to find out, I placed it for $132, not $13.02. We're not unit shaming here, but I am a $10 unit better. I usually place to win one unit. So that was a 10-unit bet for me, which I was not comfortable doing. So right away, took a screenshot, sent it to the boys. And Jake is like, oh, hopefully they let you cash out or just bet the over. Hopefully they, let you cash out and you can try and save some coin. So I was like, well, I'll send a message to support. I've done this before. Like, they've let me cash out. They've voided bets for me in the past. Shouldn't be a big deal. So I reach out to FanDuel, and they're like, nope, you can't cash it out because we don't have a cash out option for you. I said, so what do I need to do? They said, you may see a cash out later, but right now there's nothing there, so you can't cash out. And I was like, so if the book place odds at incorrect odds, then they can void it. But if I place a bet for an incorrect amount, I can't void it. And they're like, yep, that's correct. So then I got a little testy, you could say. And quote, I said, sham duel at it again. Anyways, if I lose this bet, just know I won't be eating tonight. The blood is on FanDuel's hands now. By the way, bring back the original Dinger Tuesday so I can make my money back. And then I ended the chat. Circling back, I went to log in later last night to see if I could try and take the over. Maybe it dropped down to 15.5. I could try and middle. And my FanDuel account was suspended. I cannot get into FanDuel. So I reached out to support again, and I was like, hey, why is my account suspended? Like, I can obviously assume why, but, like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Apparently, don't tell FanDuel that blood is on their hands. They will suspend you. Long story short, my account is under review. I'm supposed to be getting an email from FanDuel support, and it'll give me either like a timeline or something to get back into my account. I have still not received this email.
I think you're going to be suspended.
Morning.
They're going to put you in a cool.
Well, so then the problem was, I was like, what happens with my open bets? Like, do they stay open? Do they get voided? Which part of me is like, if it gets voided, like, this meets the whole point of what I was trying to do here. Like, maybe that's a good thing. But also, like, if I get banned, what happens to the money in my account?
Mm-hmm.
They said that my bet remains live. Luckily, it did hit, so I should, whenever I get back into my account, I should see $232 extra in there. As long as Shamduel didn't rob me.
They're going to hit you with, we voided the bet for you.
I'm going to be livid if I log in and it says voided.
What's shitty too is that if you would have just taken a deep breath rather than going at support and trying to solve all your issues and just went over to DraftKings and taken the over 15.5, you would have middled and hit both bets. He left the game at 16 outs.
Yeah.
And it happened in just a ridiculous fashion too.
Yeah.
He should have soared over 16.5 and ended up dipping at 16.5. So the lesson here is support isn't going to help you. Just go in. You should have just taken the over 16.5 and said, oh, damn, I'm going to lose $20. But that's better than losing 132. The fact that you wrote it out, you didn't go to DraftKings to place the bet. You got incredibly lucky that it hit. I think you need to take a look in the mirror and go, why did I go to support to freak out on them like they're going to do something? Now my account's suspended. Now you can't bet. FanDuel is one of the greater places to bet because their interface is awesome. And now you might be banned.
So one, I'd never thought it was going to get to that point. Like, I figured, like, I've definitely been testy with him before. And never had anything happen. Probably never as testy to tell them that blood is on their hands. But also, like, scrolling Twitter, I see it all the time and it's never an issue. So I was like, you know what? I'll just fuck around with them a little bit, not thinking that this girl would suspend me. She did. And yeah, I talked about middling. I should have. I didn't really think about it once I got to the afternoon. I got lucky it hit, I guess. I think I would be less upset if it lost, because then I'd be like, I barely have anything in my account anyways. But now I'm like, well, shit, I've got like $290 in my FanDuel that I can't use right now. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But moving on to my locks and long shots, the real reason that we're here. Note, none of these bets will be placed on FanDuel this week, obviously.
We are now a DraftKings sponsored program.
Yes. Last week I had Dodgers moneyline, Royals moneyline parlay. That was minus 105. I believe the Royals lost.
The Dodgers lost. The Royals won.
Oh, the Dodgers lost that one. Okay.
Walked off by the Marlins.
That's embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine being a Dodgers fan.
True.
Not even the best record in the league. Well, they might be now, but
they might have it after tonight when they win. But
yeah. And then I had the Phillies series money line versus the Rays. They did win. This week I'm going This week I'm going Mariners Yankees under 7.5 tonight. This is minus 118. The only reason I am taking this is I gotta find the game
because it's raining.
Max Fried versus Brian Wu, both very good pitchers. It is in Seattle, which is a hard hitting environment, and I believe it's a dome, so it won't be raining. The game should continue to play. So I'm also taking D-backs Giants over 8 on Wednesday. As you can see, I'm kind of focusing on totals this week. This is strictly because it is two very good hitting teams versus Erod and Jordan Hicks, two bad pitchers. If this gets to 4-4, we already win. 8 is a nice even number for this. I like getting the even numbers, not the half numbers. So it should be a fun one. And then the last one, trying to keep my hockey season alive now that hockey season has started. Vegas Knights money line down 3-1, back in Vegas on Wednesday. They're minus 130. So must win, can't lose. Got to get it. So long shots, 12-47. Oh, I don't think I said my locks record. 26-19. Pretty decent. Long shots, 12-47. Last week we went over 3 on dingers. We had Andy Pajes, Brandon Lau, and Vinny P. Neither of them. No, all 3 missed. So this week I'm going 3 dinger picks again, and then a PGA Championship pick. I'm taking Kyle Stowers tonight for the Marlins. He's been on a hot streak, and they get Ben Brown in Wrigley. I believe the wind is actually blowing in, but that could change very quickly. Give me Kyle Stowers in Wrigley. Also taking Michael Toglia for the historically bad Rockies tonight. Probably a bad idea to take any Rockies hitter to hit a home run, but they are going up against Jack Leiter, who has not been good. So I will take that at plus 370. And then Brent Rooker in LA against Landon Knack versus the Dodgers, plus 320. I like this one a lot. And then my last one, I realized I put the wrong person on here, so I just changed it. I'm taking Justin Thomas as a PGA Championship winner this week, plus 2,200.
Sorry, work text. I'm off the phone. It's 5:30. I'm off the clock. Why'd you switch it? What'd you have before?
I had Xander, plus 2,200. I think both are...
You need to make note that you used to have Xander. So if he wins, it's funny.
When I get to my PGA Championship bets later.
Okay. All right, let's do the grid. I think I have it up here. Yes, sir. Let me share my screen here. This one. Share. All right. I think this is a doable one. Going across the top, Bears, Bills, Hall of Fame. Going down, Broncos, 49ers, Colts. Obviously, lots of Hall of Famers to choose from here, right? However, we can get testy here. Joe Montana for the Hall of Fame for the Niners, Jerry Rice, Steve Young. Any more recent? Frank Gore, he's not in yet, is he? I don't think he's in yet.
I don't think so.
Terrell Owens, 49ers. I think that's a good pull. Let's do that. Let's put Owens. He's in the Hall of Fame, right? He has to be. There we go, 3%. I mean, that's sharp. That's a sharp pick. All right, Colts Hall of Fame. You got Peyton, obviously, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne.
Do you think old Peyton school gets more pull on?
I think Colts Johnny Unitas here is a good pull.
So then use Peyton. Well, I mean,
you don't have to use Peyton for the Broncos. Broncos have others as well. You got Elway. You got Terrell Davis is a good one for the Broncos, I think. Let's put Unitas. Johnny Unitas is 100% a Colt, right?
I think so.
I get him mixed up with the dude from the Chargers, but I think that's Vinny Testaverde. Johnny Unitas, 18. Okay. Broncos, I like Terrell Davis.
That's fine.
DeMarcus Ware, is he in yet? No, because he's playing. Let's do Terrell Davis. Let's do Terrell Davis. He was a former... He's in, right? He has to be. Oh, he only played 6 years. He can't be in the Hall of Fame then. What am I thinking?
I'm not sure.
I will not be putting Terrell Davis. He only played for 6 years. I think you just go Peyton. It's chalk as fuck.
Yeah,
or Elway.
I mean, I'm fine with that. We're just
do you think Elway's lower or do you think Peyton's lower?
I think Peyton's lower.
Peyton's lower because he's used for the Colts a lot.
Yeah.
20. Okay.
20?
All right.
Not bad.
Knock that one out. All right. Broncos, Bills. That feels like a receiver. Decker? Eric Decker played for the Bills? No, Decker played for the Patriots and the Jets.
Bears, Broncos, Cutler.
Cutler's a good shout. Kyle Orton would be better there because he's the less known player.
Yep, and he was in the trade for...
Kyle Orton, there you go.
God, he's so ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie
Bears,
Gould.
Niners.
Bears, Niners.
Robbie Gould kicked for the Bears for sure.
Yeah, I think like 2 years
Recently.
ago. Yeah. Or no, old. Wow.
Wow, I can't believe that's so high. Wow, he's a
Okay.
weird looking dude. You see him?
Yeah.
The fuck? Bears, Colts. That feels running back, wide receiver-y.
Yeah.
Kevin White. No, he didn't play for the Colts.
That was my first thought too, but no.
Did Fitzmagic play for any of those teams on the left? I don't believe so.
No, I don't think so. Is Urlacher always a Bear?
Oh, yeah. Career Bear.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Dan Bailey. Who else did he kick for? I don't think he ever kicked for the Bills, actually.
A couple teams, but I don't know.
Quarterbacks, Bills. Josh Allen. EJ Manuel. No. Tyrod Taylor. No.
No.
Excuse me.
Bills. I feel like the Bills Broncos. Eric Thomas.
Eric Thomas.
I think that's a wide receiver. Now, Eric. Was it Eric Decker? Or
I think you're thinking Decker. You're thinking White Boy?
I think so.
Nope.
I think that.
What else we got? Bills, Niners. Bills, Niners feels so easy.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo? Nope. Think Niners running backs.
Deion Dawkins been anywhere else?
I'm not familiar with him. I think he's a Bill only.
Lineman.
No, who's the hang on. Who's the LaShawn McCoy? Did he play for any of those teams? No.
No.
Damn, that was almost a nice little pull.
Man, I thought we were going to be on a roll here.
Did Frank Gore go Bills?
I think so.
I thought he played for the Bills.
Yeah, I think so.
I like that shout. Nice. Okay. All right. Cool. Bills, Colts. What about like Bears, Colts has to be easy. We're just missing it. Cody Parkey? No, he didn't kick for the
I don't know if he was
Colts.
ever on the Colts.
Did you see, speaking of Colts, Rodrigo Blankenship, perfect for his kicks in the USFL so far this year. I believe I saw 16 of 16. I think he will be. Ravens, call my boy. He does not assault women.
Well, I'm pretty
That we
sure
know
that's
of.
why he got released.
No, he got released because he started sucking dick because he had mental health issues. Not like mental health issues, but he's like depressed and anxious.
Oh, I thought there was more to it.
No, nothing to the Justin Tucker, Deshaun Watson, Robert Kraft level.
Is there a tight end for Colts Bears? Jimmy Graham?
Never a Colt. Who's the Kobe Fleener?
I don't know enough about Kobe Fleener.
What about backup quarterbacks here? Matt Ryan played for the Colts. Andrew Luck played for the Colts.
Joe
Flacco didn't play for anybody else. Phillip Rivers didn't play for anybody else. There goes that theory.
Sam Bradford.
Never played for any of these teams on this board.
I thought Sam Bradford. No, what
about Nick Foles? I like
Bears, Colts. Nick Foles.
Did he play for the Colts though?
Yes.
I swear to God. I don't think so. Oh, good pull.
Yeah. I think it was last season. All right. Trubisky ever get to the Broncos?
No. Trubisky's only Bears, Bills. This is going to be like a cornerback or something.
Yeah.
I can't picture like Colts defensive players, honestly.
Me neither, because their defense is usually never that great.
Right.
Leonard, Bills Colts isn't. Is it Leonard Floyd?
What about Noshawn Moreno? You think he ever got into a Bills jersey?
What's the guy that I'm thinking of from the Colts? Leonard.
Darius Leonard?
No, I think it's Leonard Floyd. I think he played on both. That name rings a bell for some reason.
Dwight Freeney. I don't think he ever played for the Bills, though. How about this? Let's go do baseball and hop back. Let's do that.
Okay.
Baseball, we got A's All-Star sub-3 ERA season going down. We got Royals, Nationals, Guardians. You think Jordan Zimmerman had a sub-3?
Yeah, 100%. He was a couple-time All-Star.
Jordan Zimmerman. Not that Jordan Zimmerman. What the hell? Oops. 1%. Shout out.
So my first thought for A's and Royals is Lucas Ursig.
Is that like a confident answer? I've never even heard of that guy.
Yeah, he was with the Brewers for a while. We got him from the A's.
How do you spell that?
ERCEG. EG.
EG?
Yep.
I mean, good pull. That's an ugly dude. Royals also. Let's see if I can get deep in the bag here. MJ Melendez.
I don't know if he was ever an All-Star.
Nah, I didn't think so. Sub-3 Royals. Did Franke have a sub-3 with him? He's probably a chalk answer.
Yeah, he definitely did.
But he's probably a chalk answer.
Yeah, probably.
Bobby Witt, Royals All-Star.
Salvi.
Who was on
about, like,
Hosmer All-Star Royals?
Hosmer or Moustakas?
Moustakas has to be a good pull. Nobody remembers him.
Former Brewer.
3%, we take it. I bet you Hosmer was higher than that.
A's, Guardians, Coco Crisp.
I love that name.
Chalky, but
we have to do that just because of the name, though. Coco Crisp. 18, not bad. Nationals, A's.
Was Bartolo on the Nationals? He was on a lot of teams.
I don't think he was on the Nationals, though. Man, he's been on so many teams, though. What about Guardians sub-3? Let's go. CC Sabathia is probably chalk.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at
Class A.
I was going to say like Class A, Karinchak. Ooh, this is risky. I use this one for a lot. Brad Hand. I'm pretty sure he was an All-Star.
He definitely
with them.
Do you want to go sub-3 though? I bet you he was sub-3.
I mean, he was a reliever, I would think.
He was so good for a couple years. Yeah. Good pull. So you got Class A for All-Star, or you got Sizemore. Ooh, do you think who's that really fast guy that played for the White Sox, also the Guardians? Kenny Lofton. Do you think he ever made an All-Star game with him?
Yeah,
didn't he start his career there?
Think. I don't know if he started in Cleveland or if he started in Chicago.
I know he played for the Yankees too.
Yeah. What about like Asdrubal Cabrera? I love.
You confident he made an All-Star game?
I mean, he was really fucking good in the middle of his career, and I think the Guardians is where he played most of his time.
I feel like we're putting way too much stock into All-Star game. Like, a lot of people make All-Star games that shouldn't. I feel like Kenny Lofton is a good shout. Everybody's going to put Class A. Everybody's going to put CC Sabathia.
That's fine.
Lofton had to have. How many years did he play? Didn't he play 100 years? Yeah, he played fucking 16 years. Fuck it. Nice. I'm him. I'm him.
So then for the...
I don't even know who makes All-Star games for the Nationals. Wait, who did the Nationals used to be? The Expos. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Or senior. Vlad Guerrero has to be such a good pick. Or Pedro.
For Expos?
Pedro.
Does it work for Expos?
Hang on. Watch. Montreal Expos. I'm putting Pedro. Pedro's got to be fucking nasty. Wait. Wasn't Clemens an Expo or was he a Blue Jay? Roger Clemens? I'm putting Pedro. Is there? Can you think of any other Expos?
No, not Expos.
1%. I'm fucking cooking right now. I'm cooking. Come on. All right. A's and Expos. Let's go that route. Ricky Henderson ever play for the Expos?
No. What about... Oh, Tim Raines. Was he on the A's?
Yeah, that's just a name I've never heard of in my life.
You haven't gotten any of his cards in MLB The Show ever? Tim Raines always got like 10.
Okay, let's focus here. Let's go sub-3 ERA for the Royals.
I mean, Greinke's the chalk.
I don't want to go chalk, though. Look at this fucking board we have. Relievers. Royals relievers. Who's been a good reliever for the Royals? Who was their reliever in 2014? Didn't K-Rod play for the Royals?
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if...
I'm not putting Greinke. That's way too chalk. They're not really known for their pitching, though, are they?
No.
And then when they won it in 2014, that was a fucking fluke. All right, we'll put Greinke. I want to get 9. I just feel it's so chalk. Yeah, fucking 28. 28 is objectively like not bad. I'm gonna be pissed.
Do you know who I think would have been a good one? Now that we already put it in, Seth Lugo. He had a really good year last year.
Let's look at his stats.
Might have been a sub-3.
Cole Reagans would have been fucking good.
Yeah. Fuck.
Why do we always... Seth Lugo was actually... Oh my God, it would have worked too. He was at 3.0 last year.
Damn.
And it's less than or equal to. That's crazy.
I really like Bartolo for A's Nationals. That dude played for so many fucking teams.
Hang on, I want to see what Seth Lugo would have got there. Lugo was 5%. I hate you. I don't like Bartolo. Which team were we not sure that he played for?
You said the Nats.
I feel like he was an Expo, actually. I'm putting Bartolo. I feel like he was an dead ass.
No, I know. That's fine.
I think he might have been an Expo until 2004.
That dude literally played for like 12 different teams.
Nice. What's the percentage there, too? 9%. Nice. 68 is objectively awesome. Only 2 chalk. I'm
surprised Coco Crisp was the chalk there.
I want to see who else was there. There's a lot for A's and Guardians. Joe Jackson. Dennis Eckersley. Jesus Aguilar. Aguilar? Why can't I say that? All right, there's 300 names. I'm not reading through them. All right, hey, 9 out of 9. With some pulls from Jake, by the way. That was nice.
That was good.
All right, let's back to football. Come on, brain, work. Bills and Broncos. AFC, Demaryius Thomas?
That's what I was going to say.
Didn't he go to the Bills?
I feel like he did.
Oh, man, we're going to look really bad if he didn't, though. Who's that other receiver that they had, number 11?
Not Emmanuel.
It's Emmanuel something. That was what
Emmanuel
I was thinking.
Sanders?
Didn't he play for the... He played for the Bills. I'd rather put that than a dead guy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's disrespectful if we put a dead guy and we're wrong. Nice. Good
Nice.
fucking pull. Good pull. Good fucking pull. All right. Bills and Colts. Come on.
Matt Milano. I actually don't know, but I know he's on the Bills.
No, he got drafted by the Bills, didn't he?
I don't know.
All right, think defense. Dwight Freeney is like screaming at me, but I'll be so pissed if I'm wrong. Oh my God, Bills and Broncos. Von Miller. Hello. I'll still take Sanders.
Chalk.
I'll take Sanders.
Yeah.
Are we confident Tyrod Taylor's never played for the Colts?
Yeah, pretty confident.
I'm telling you, dude, Dwight Freeney screams at me. I don't think he's only played for the Colts. I'm pretty confident.
You can put it. I mean,
I got to do it.
I don't have any.
No. Frank Gore. Like, that's fucking bullshit. Who else? Colts and... That's the one everybody misses, 53%. Or Bears and Niners, actually, a lot of people missed. Let's see what else we had.
I can't believe Robbie Gould was the chalk for that.
There's literally Nyheim Hines. We wouldn't have got that. He played fucking 3 games for the Bills. Zach Moss apparently played for the Colts.
Yeah, I didn't know he was on the Bills. I should have known the Colts.
Fuck, I knew he was a Bill. I mean, these are just
think of
random. These are random people. Hang on, I'm reading through everybody. We wouldn't have gotten this. Vontae Davis, didn't you say him?
I thought you said that.
I thought you said Vontae Davis. Stephon Gilmore. Yeah, it's always defense, dude. Dwight Harrison. That's not who I was thinking. I was literally thinking Dwight Freeney. Jerry Hughes. He's a linebacker. I didn't know he played for the Colts. Isaiah McKenzie. That name sounds familiar.
Yep, wide receiver. I didn't know he was on the Colts.
That was a hard one. Hang on. I got to see. Who else has Dwight Freeney played for? Dwight Freeney.
I got to see who Leonard Floyd has played for.
Dwight Freeney actually spent his entire career with the Colts. Oh, San Diego, Arizona, Seattle, and then Detroit apparently for 5 games. I don't remember that.
Leonard Floyd was with the Bears, the Rams, the Bills, and the Niners. Oh
shit, we're at 37 minutes. We low-key got to go. All right, guess who? So we got a wide receiver here. It's an NFL wide receiver.
Are you sharing or do you need me to share? I'll share.
You share. Sorry. Let's see. Wide receiver. I'm gonna go with Anquan Bolden.
No, why can't I zoom? Oh, there we go.
Shit, no. I should zoom in too.
Not
I can't
Anquan
see shit.
Bolden.
All right.
I'm gonna give you. Oh fuck! Get this out of here.
Do you need me to look away while you're doing it, or are you gonna mess up?
No, my screen's just being weird. Give you stats next.
Okay. Did not sign, so that means he was a free agent and then came back. He was an offensive rookie of the year, maybe. Can you move over? Oh, wait, that's my screen. I'm an idiot. He was offensive rookie of the year in his rookie season. Okay. Offensive rookie of the year. Then he was AP2. He had 108 yards per game his rookie season. Sterling Sharp.
No.
Okay.
Let's give you the years.
That'll be very helpful. Okay. 2022, he didn't sign. He was a rookie in 2014. He played 12 games. What's that highlight for?
It's just whatever I was hovering
over.
over.
Hovering over. Okay.
Yeah.
108 yards a game is crazy as a rookie.
There's also one big thing you should notice here.
3 straight Pro Bowls to start. 2022 did not sign. I don't know where that's leading me.
Right above 2022. He was traded.
8 games. Oh, he was traded. Okay. Traded in 21. Is this... No, it can't be him. He made a bunch of... No. Damn, he was fucking great. 1,300, 1,400, 1,300, 10. 10. Then he was shit from 2020 to. Oh, I don't think this is right, but I'll throw out Kenny Galladay. No, he didn't play last year.
Nope. This is going to give it away.
Okay. Giants, Baltimore. Oh, it's Odell?
Yeah.
Wow, that was hidden pretty well. If I had teams off the rip, I would have got it. But
I kind of figured.
Okay.
But he wore number 13. Today's the 13th, so.
Gotcha. Look at you. Look at you. All right, a little bit of PGA and then some discussion, and we'll hit it.
Yeah. So the PGA Championship this week. Been kind of talking about it a little bit here so far. Let me zoom back out so I can actually see what I'm reading. Jesus. Okay. PGA Championship. First off, it has been raining a shit ton in Charlotte this week. So everything is going to be wet. For those of you that don't know, PGA Championship, Quail Hollow, Charlotte, North Carolina. Maybe if they go back there next year, I can try and get some tickets. But
hey.
Anyways, lots of rain. It's going to be wet. It's going to play soft. This is actually a very, very long course, and it's newly renovated, I guess you could say. It's going to play longer than usual with it being wet and soft. For a par 71, it's 7,626 yards, which is the fourth longest on tour. And mind you, this is a par 71, not a par 72. So I'm going to require some long hitters, your Rorys, your Brysons, stuff like that. The rough length has been a headline recently. I don't know if you've seen it. The rough is so long.
I feel like that's the U.S. Open. That's the headline.
Usually for the PGA or the U.S. Open, one of them gets very, very long roughs. PGA Championship is getting it so far this year. It's going to be easy to lose a ball, tough to get out of. I think accuracy. Oh my God, I have hiccups. I think accuracy off the tee is going to be key. Also, the greens, Bermuda greens, they play pretty slow. Going to play even slower. It's obviously not as bad as polo greens, like when they go to Florida and stuff like that. But the Bermuda grass is usually pretty thick. And then the last thing is course history is pretty sticky, so good play carries year over year. Anybody who's been playing well here is going to continue to play well here. And that kind of leads me right into my winner bets. Obviously, right off the board, I'm taking Rory. Rory's played well here in the past. Rory's hot. I think him not having this is the first major since winning the Masters. So he has all of that off his shoulders. Doesn't have to worry about the Grand Slam. Done with that. Rory can just come out. Course fits him perfect. He's played here a bunch. He's been very successful here. I think he's going to be running at the top. So plus 500 on Rory. Also like Bryson just because of the long ball. Kind of mentioned that before. You're going to need the long ball. Only thing I'm worried about is kind of what happened at the Masters, him tailing off once you get to the final round. Kind of just, especially with it being that much longer, we'll just have to see how it plays out. But I do like Bryson to be in the mix.
I'm convinced he can't be leading. He's got to be chasing something or something.
I was going to say.
Just like last year's major that he won, he was chasing Rory the whole time.
So I think I might think about, I should mention, by the way, all of these bets are not everything I have. I may end up taking more. I may not end up taking all of these. I'm not sure. These are just my leans right now. But I honestly would think about taking Bryson as a first-round leader.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think
there's no pressure.
He could, there's no pressure to lead in the first round. We saw what he did at the Masters. He was fucking phenomenal on the first round. And then he tailed off after that. So I don't know. I might sprinkle on that. But, yeah, I think if he gets out to an early lead, I don't think he would go wire to wire. I think he would have to be moving day, like just outside of the mix on Saturday morning, moves into it on Saturday, comes up and wins it Sunday. So I'm also taking Xander. Xander's actually been playing phenomenal. And I think it was out of his last 5 times on this course, he's finished top 20 in all of them. So I like Xander to be in the mix. And then JT. JT won the U.S. Open here last year. I don't know if that's just the U.S. Open thing because JT loves the U.S. Open, or if it's a Quail Hollow thing. Justin Thomas also does have pretty good course history here. Top 5s, Xander and Rory. Already talked about it. Top 10, Xander and JT. Oh, I should mention odds. Xander top 5 plus 360. Rory top 5 even odds. Xander top 10 and JT top 10. Xander is plus 180. JT is plus 175. Top 20, Xander again, minus 120. I'm very big on Xander this week, if you couldn't tell. Hopefully this isn't like a big shot Bob situation, but I'll take the name value alone on Xander versus what big shot Bob did to me. So playing it a little bit safer there. I start to get a little bit more testy here just based on odds. Taking Tommy Fleetwood top 20. It's plus 130. I don't think he has not the pedigree. I think this field is very top heavy. Like I think a winner is going to come out of like the top group of guys. Tommy Fleetwood isn't the longest driver. He's also not the most accurate, so I don't think he can win it. But I think just based on what he does in majors alone, I think he'll be up there and competing. So I'll take top 20 on that. And then Max Homa. He's finished twice here, I believe, in the last 2 years. I think is twice. Maybe it was somebody else, but I know he does have a good course history here. So we saw what he did at the Masters.
I feel like
stepped up in the majors.
Every time we talk golf on this podcast, you are taking Homa.
Well, I mean, if you're going to give me Max Homa at plus 400 to make the top 20 after making the top 20 at the Masters.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll see when he misses the cut.
It, so, yeah. Well, actually, speaking of missing the cut, Jake Knapp. I had Jake Knapp to make the cut at the Masters. He shot the worst rounds in the history of golf. And I'm taking him top 40 plus 210 this week. So, and him to make the cut at minus 125. So, also taking Homa top 40 plus 145. Homa to make the cut minus 130. Berger top 40 minus 130. He's been playing pretty good golf. More of an approach guy than a driver guy, but he is on the upswing here, so I like him. And then Dean Burmeister top 40 is plus 130. I'm taking.
Got to take him just on the name.
Yeah, I don't have this is actually my big shot Bob of the week. I don't have a ton of knowledge on him. I've just heard his name floated out a lot. I don't know if it's more for DFS purposes, but if it is, then I'll just take the top 40, the lowest I can get him. Him to make the cut was like minus 175, so I wasn't going to sprinkle on that. I might as well just take the top 40 at plus 130. So that's what I got. I think it's going to be a wet weekend. I could honestly see this getting pushed into Monday if it continues to rain there. But I do really like this course. I think it's sweet. I should have worn my fucking Quail Hollow shirt. God damn it. Yeah, I'm excited. I like the PGA Championship. Should be a fun run.
All right, ready for some discussion?
Yeah.
Franke came up with some good ones today. He wanted me to pick 2, but I think we're going to do all of them because I don't think they require too much time to talk. So first up here, we have, would you be a janitor for your biggest rival for 1 year with no pay for a championship for your favorite team? For example, Packers janitor for a year, for a Lions Super Bowl for myself. For you, it would probably be Bears janitor for a year and then Packers win the Super Bowl? Or would you say Lions at this point?
No, I'd still probably go Bears.
So for this one, I'm going to do the lame answer of it depends on which of my favorite teams we're talking about. If it was being Ohio State janitor for Michigan to win a championship, I'd say no for 2 reasons. They already have a championship and I got to witness it. It was great. And then 2, I could never work at Ohio State and live in Columbus. I couldn't live in Ohio in general. However, for the Lions, I would literally like eat dog shit for the Lions to win a Super Bowl. So yeah, I'd go work as a janitor with no pay for a year. Yeah.
You would eat dog shit for it. Wow.
If there was a possibility where somebody, some weird looking like god of whatever is like, Jake,
get the Florida State guy on the line.
If you eat this piece of dog shit, the Lions are guaranteed to win a Super Bowl. I'm doing it.
That's fair.
You got to understand what I've been through. I've been a Lions fan my whole entire life, as long as I can remember. Never seen a championship. I would sacrifice myself and eat a piece of shit. I
just wanted to note the whole janitor is like you get the worst of the worst in this janitor position.
You're cleaning up. You're cleaning up puke
and shit everywhere.
You're talking to a guy though
every week.
You're talking to a guy who his favorite team hasn't won a Super Bowl. I would do a lot of things for him to win a Super Bowl. So
that's true.
Yes, the only problem I was supposed to ask a preliminary question was, do I get my current job back a year later once I succeed?
Yeah, that you can.
Okay. Yeah, I would 100% do it. It would suck. I mean, living in Green Bay would suck in general. Like, what do you do there? No, you got to be real with me for a second. There's nothing to do in Green Bay.
I mean, you're pretty close to the lakes and everything. There's a lot of like outdoor stuff that you can
I'm a janitor with no pay. All I can do is go to work and go home.
That's perfect for outdoors.
How am I going to get to the lake? I have no money.
Oh, wait, you can't gamble in Wisconsin. Yeah, best of luck.
Yeah, it would be a boring time. I'd have to go steal beer just to have something to do. So
so
would you do it?
If I flipped it on, that's what I was going to say. If I flipped it on me, probably Brewers. I'd say Cubs. Never won a World Series. I'd say yeah, but the worst part about that is the troughs.
Oh yeah,
you get the troughs.
Oh yeah,
Wrigley.
Those got to be a bitch to clean.
The Bears, I think they have troughs too.
A lot of places are getting rid of troughs though.
But I'm getting to live in Chicago.
But you have no money. That's the piece. That's just you have no money.
Yeah. But I still feel like there's a lot that you could do. Like you could make friends and be like, hey, listen.
I feel like it's probably easier to be homeless in Chicago than to Green Bay.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I would say yes,
or harder
for the Brewers.
The threat to get killed is higher in Chicago. Imagine you're 6 months into your 1 year. Imagine you're 6 months into your 1 year and you just get murdered and you quit your job
and 6 months only 6 months to go, and then my team gets to win a championship.
Yeah.
Bang, dead.
Yeah.
I think I'd say yes, just because, especially for the Brewers. Brewers have never won one. I've been heartbroken so many times by the Brewers. And
you have something in common there, because I would say you're a bigger Brewers fan than a Packers fan.
Yeah, baseball's
been your thing. So we got something in common there, where football's like my thing, and the Lions have never won it. So we do have that in common. Yeah. And now I'm starting to get to experience the like, oh my God, we're right there. Just do it, and they don't.
Yeah.
And then you work yourself right back up. And
Packers, I'd say yes. Luckily, like I have seen a Super Bowl with them, so like it's not as desperate for one.
I'll tell you what, though, experiencing a championship at my age currently is a lot better than like when I was 12.
Yeah.
Like I got drunk as a skunk.
Yeah, when the Packers won the Super Bowl, I was like, this is dope. Went to school, talked about it for a couple days, and then like it was over. And now I'm looking back, I'm like, damn, if that was me now.
Right.
I think about the Bucks. So the Bucks won a championship, and I was celebrating so much. And like,
exactly,
I don't give a shit about basketball.
Yeah, that's like my age now. Like, you buy all the shit so you can wear your national championship gear to like bowling or going out or whatever. And you always have like for the shit talk factor too. Like, you know, Ohio State fans talk their shit. Well, now they have a championship.
Yeah. But. Speaking of the Bucks, we're not talking basketball here, but. 2 weeks ago, I said I wasn't worried about Giannis. 2 weeks ago, I said I was worried about Giannis. Last week, I said I wasn't. Now this week, I'm back to worried again. So
there's been some outrageous projected trades.
Yeah, Jason Tatum. That's the end of our NBA.
Jason Tatum. So. He's really trying to be Kobe Bryant with his torn Achilles. What's next? Cheating on his wife and then rape? Find out next week.
Yeah.
Next discussion topic. One of us becomes the all-time DH for our MLB team for one season. Would the team win over under 81.5 games this season? You're saying this season currently?
No, sorry. It should be the season that you are the...
Okay. Is that with this current team that my team has?
Yeah, sure. Take this roster that you have. I was going to say, like, you join the team now and you're the DH, but then I was like, if I set it at over or under 81.5 teams, like your team's almost halfway there. So
yeah. So I think this is still an easy answer for me. So our DH has cycled from Colt Keith to Jace Young to anybody. So the DH position is not utilized as much for the Tigers. So I think, yes, you could slap me in there to get up at the plate and look silly for 162 games, and they would soar over 81.5. No, I wouldn't say soar. I'd say they go 85. Pitching's too good for me to fuck anything up. I'm not on the field. If I'm on the field, completely different story. Completely. It's like when you do an MLB, the show, like Moment, or not really Moment, but Conquest, and you're trying to do some challenges for your parallels or whatever, so you have some people out of position. They affect the game greatly.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be out of position wherever they stick. They can put me in right field. That ball is never getting caught. I'll tell you that right now.
So then I guess my other question, if you had to play every single day, every single game for a full season.
As a DH, though.
Over, yeah, sure. As a DH, would you hit over a 0?
Yeah. I'd get one hit. I'd find my way into a blowout.
Some dumb blooper. Yeah.
No, see, and here's the thing too. Like you get a blowout, right? Pitching. So you get a position player throwing you 75 or whatever, or he's fucking around and throwing an ephus. I might bullshit my way into a bloop single.
That's true.
At 162 games, minimum 3 at bats. You're saying I can't go 1 for 550? I think I could.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Now, if you wanted to say over like 0.25, like we're talking 4 or 5 hits, probably not. Yeah. What about you? You think you're going over 80? You think you're going over 81.5?
I think probably not, just based on the Brewers' current roster. And also, I think if I was the DH, I'd be taking playing time away from Yelich, which is a huge downgrade. So I think the team gets worse, and we're probably not on projections to be a 500 team right now.
I have a hot take.
What?
If you DH'd every single game and you're going to get all your at-bats, like never pinch hit for. No, I'll even say even if you do get pinch hit for. But you would get an RBI.
Yeah, I think so. I think
you would find your way into a suicide squeeze.
Yeah, I mean,
it would take you 70, 80 games
through a bases loaded walk.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like you could see.
Like I could just go if I was put up there every time with bases loaded, I could just never
take
swing,
the whole
and
time.
I would get I would get at least
eventually.
one RBI.
Yeah,
and like I still think that I would get a couple hits. Like I'd bat probably somewhere in the .080 range. I think less than 100.
You'd be less than .05.
I don't know about that.
If you're swinging, now
for my entire
season.
Let me
rephrase. Are we in the same mindset of you are packing up tomorrow to fly to Milwaukee and go play?
Yeah, but you get a full season, 162 games.
Do you get an off season to warm up? Because I think if you could warm up, get your eye on the ball, because you've seen 90 in your time, right?
Yeah. So
you're gonna see some 90. Yeah, you'd hit maybe. I think you go over 100.
I was going to say, I think at max I'd top out at like 150.
No, here's the problem. You'd be sub 100, but you'd be over 0.6. 0.06.
Okay, so 0.8.
Yeah, 0.08. 0.08. Whatever the fuck it is. Yes. You're
breathalyze me.
You'd probably be there. Especially the more you see the ball, the more
batting the legal limit.
See, the thing is, you got to think about who's that first baseman that was awesome? Chris Davis?
Yep.
That dude was fucking awesome, and he went 0 for, 40?
Yeah, he's bad.
And that's a dude that was really fucking good. Huh?
Look at Jock Peterson to start the year this year.
Hey, he hit his I was in the stands for his only home run this year.
Yeah.
But I do think, for myself, I think I could get a hit. But I can see over 0.08, especially if you get you're guaranteed you're not going to get benched. So you don't even have the mental effect of like, oh my god, I'm going to lose my job. Like you're living your dream. You're playing in the MLB.
You can just go up there and have fun.
Yeah. If you're guaranteed to not lose your at bats, yeah, you're fine because you don't have that mental side effect of like I'm fucked. I'm going to lose my family. I'm going to lose my dream.
I also think I could steal 5 bases in a full season.
Negative. So negative. I think you get thrown out every single time. No fucking way. Nah, you luck your way into 1 or 2.
I think I get 5.
you could also have one where like the second baseman isn't even covering. You've got minimum one where the second baseman doesn't cover, but you're not getting 5.
I'm setting the line at 5 for me. So.
I feel like it's a good line, but I think you're going under. So, last one here, and then we'll wrap. Frankie's been watching Survivor. He knows that I was an avid Survivor fan for a long time. Haven't watched in a minute, so I don't know if we'll have what's the term? Conflicting answers here, where we both don't know who we're talking about. I think you know who I'm gonna say, but me and one former Survivor player versus Austin and one former Survivor player. Who lasts longer in Survivor, and who would you pick as your teammate? So are you just saying here that we just go on an island and we got to survive? Or is it we are out there with a bunch of other castaways and we're still doing challenges, we still get voted off and all that shit?
Well, so I had 2 schools of thought on this. One, it could be just us and our teammate. We go out there, we do like reward challenges for like stuff, and then we survive out there for 38, 39 days, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Or it could be like a team Survivor thing where it's us and one former Survivor and then against a bunch of other Survivors, and we see same thing.
So in terms of
no immunities, no tribal council,
I think the only way to do this, I think there's only one way to do this question. It's some sort of new Survivor game where it's, maybe they've done it, I don't know, but it's like partners. So it's me and my one person and you and one person, but then also a bunch of others, and you get voted off, you go home. Groups, Who lasts longer / who wins depends on our picks. So how do we do this fairly? I don't want you to change your answer. Just gentleman's agreement.
I've got who I'm taking. I've got 2 picks. If you take my first one.
I've got only one, so maybe you go first. Or I go first. Yeah, because I've only got one. I'm taking Boston Rob.
Yep, you motherfucker. I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how do you not take Boston Rob?
So my school of thought there, one, is he's won a million fucking times. He's one of the smartest fucking Survivor players ever. Yeah. 2, we'd have a good little good cop, bad cop going. I'm a real friendly guy. I like to bullshit. But he's got the strategy part. I can just sit back and just do what I'm told. He's like, Jake, I don't know how to do the Boston Rob accent, but he's like, go get this, and do this, and go talk to them. I'm like, yes, sir. Yeah, you got it. And like, I feel like I'd be a competitor. I'm out of shape, but all those people, there's some people on there that get out of shape. Like Boston Rob was out of shape on one of the years he won. It's a political game.
Yeah, we're on the All-Star season right now, season 8. So
yep, I know who wins that, but I won't spoil it.
So do I. He's married to her, actually. So
yeah, okay, there it is.
Yeah.
So was that one of yours?
Yeah, I was gonna take Boston Rob.
Who's your backup?
I think I like Lex.
I don't know if I know
all
Lex.
Tatted up.
Let me see, Lex.
He was also on the All-Star season. I don't know if he ever won, but his strategy is there, and he was pretty athletic.
Interesting pick.
It's kind of scary. Yeah.
Interesting pick.
I
remember this guy, but off rip, I didn't know who it was. You want to know who my backup was? I forgot I did have a backup.
Colby.
Mine was Colby, yeah. I love Colby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Lex ever won. So in terms of who lasts longer, I mean, I had the benefit of the first overall pick, and I got fucking Boston Rob, who's the greatest Survivor player ever. So,
dude, he's on Traders too.
Sneaky pick, Russell.
Do you know Russell yet? A season of Russell yet?
Oh man, when you get there, that first season, I remember like it was yesterday. It was like 2007 or 2008 or something, and we were riding to bowling Saturday morning. I bowled every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. I'm riding with my dad, and we're listening to the radio, and they're talking about what Russell did, and I can spoil it because you won't find out on the show unless you do your own research. He basically lied about his whole backstory to get this sob story.
Oh, I've heard about this, where his grandma died.
Not that guy, different guy.
Oh, okay.
No, just lying about like where he comes from and like how much he like has. Like he played the whole, I'm a blue collar worker and I work for my shit and I'm poor, blah blah blah. He owned like $1 million or multi-million-dollar company that drilled for oil and all this shit. He was a big entrepreneur, and so that's why he became a villain. After that, he also like backstabbed a bunch of fucking people and all this shit. But he was nasty as Survivor. Like his only fuck up was sleeping with this chick, and it got him fucking waxed. Yeah, he would have been my third pick somehow if we had to go that far. But yeah, I do think I make it longer because Boston Rob is Boston Rob.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you get Boston Rob, you win. So.
But you do have the edge, like athletically. I'm not there. Boston Rob's probably not there.
See, but
you and Lex probably
last longer without food. You or me?
Definitely you. However, there is food. They have to, like, it's a TV show. They have to give you enough food to survive.
Well, yeah, I know, but I think.
However,
I think you
with
would
me
last
being hungry
longer.
all the time, you think I'd last longer?
Because you have more to burn off.
Oh, I was gonna say that with it only being rice or whatever the fuck and rewards, when I'm hungry, I'm ornery as fuck. So I think that would take my head out of the game. That'd be a problem. I should apply.
I was talking about this the other day too. I was like, you get out on an island like this, and then dehydrated, no food. What do you do if you just get like a massive fucking migraine? Just sit there and do nothing all day?
Yeah, you just
That'd
have
be
to
the worst.
suck it up. Yeah, I don't really get migraines, low key. I'd be okay. I don't really get them.
I'd tap out right there.
The crazy shit is like
out.
the Survivor injuries. There's some crazy fucking injuries. Like the dude that was blowing on the
fell in
fire. Yeah, passed out. Oh, that one's brutal. Then he's running in the water and his skin is just falling off. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That one scarred me as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
Shout out to Papa Tubbs. You're going to love this segment. You're a big Survivor guy, that guy. Not so much anymore. He doesn't like how
Jeff.
No, he doesn't like how, like, I think he still watches it, but how do I put this without sounding like terrible? How
it's not your take, it's his take.
How Gen Z it is these days, I guess. Like, it's all like,
I mean,
it's not like hardcore, like we're surviving. Yeah. It's more about the drama. It's more of a reality show now versus like it used to be this fun like strategy.
I've seen some of the new stuff, and it's very like they've got all these clothes and food, and like their camps are nice. And I'm like,
it should be like who can survive longer without their cell phone? That's what they should change that title to. Like, the old shit's the good shit. Yeah. And then
Africa might be the toughest one I've seen.
Did you ever watch? I don't remember when he was on the show, but John Rocker. Dude, I think he was on a newer season though, because he got into it with this chick, and she gave it back to him. But I remember it being a big deal because it was right around the time of the switch of like, you can't really like talk like that about.
Oh yeah, I can tell I'm way pre that right now yet.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he said some shit though, and it wasn't even so much on the show. He said some shit on the show he probably shouldn't have. It was more so after the fact, and then there was some shit on a subway. I don't know if you remember that story, but that coincided. And then he said some stuff on the air too. I think it was on like MLB Network or something, but it was right around that time. And that's like where I stopped watching like religiously. Was John Rocker's last season, I think, which I want to say was like 2016 or 15. Anyways, we're yapping now, so we'll go ahead and wrap up. Great episode. That was fun, guys.
That was good.
Have a great weekend. Let's hit some tanks, door some tutties, and we'll see you next week with more discussion.
Peace. Go Knights.